Hey guys, Kurt for Time Machine Transport. So this is my response after I mean these people kept like responding to my video, and I didn't really know what to do except I wasn't really sure, Yeah.
I want this forever, just you in the grotto, nothing but your nights on, keep the fucking lights on, same again tomorrow, we don't need no bottle, purple color lip gloss, swim at the saguaro, ain't no way I would rather be, right between your holidays, coffee on the Flintstones, jewelry on the Ottoman, baby let me in, for I get way too adamant about it, love the way you shiver, dig into my shoulder blades, feel it when you quiver, higher level elevate, you could be the renegade, body to a glass, Harrison and Juliet, legends never die, the TV hasn't worked in it.
That's right, legends never die. So I created this channel to help people and to just put my my 2 cents into trucking and working on stuff at our shop, or redoing my mother-in-law's porch on one of her rentals, to things that my wife and I do, things I see on the road, so on and so on. So these knuckleheads that and it's trust me, I am not holding my head high when it comes to that load just completely sliding off the trailer. I tighten my straps so tight that they don't even move in transit, and they shouldn't move, right? So I had some haters or whatever, and I told my wife, and I tell a lot of my friends, my brothers that I call friend, or my friends I call my brothers, excuse me. There's only two types of people in my life. Either you hate Kurt Sabella or you love Kurt Sabella. There's nobody in between. It's like, yeah, he's he's okay, right? No, it's either they hate me or they love me. So, and I'm okay with that. I am so okay with that. You cannot please everybody in your life. You just can't. I believe you should want to please everybody, but I don't see that being possible. So these guys that left comments and stuff about dunnage this and chains this and whatever the case is, listen, man, I'm not an unsafe driver. I take what I do very seriously. We have a perfect CSA score. Look us up, Time Machine Transport, MC number 8666500. Got our authority back in 2014. I've been doing this for a while. Not as long as some, but more than others. It was funny because in the comments, and I was not instructed, but I was encouraged to delete remove the negativity on that. Listen, guys, I did not have to post those videos. I mean, in the YouTube, if you don't have a YouTube channel, I'm sure you're not aware, but in the YouTube settings, you can actually make videos private. So if me and my wife made a video, I could do that private, and I could keep it on YouTube, but it would only be viewed by me. Or I think that's it. I think just by me. I've never done that before. So actually, I did do that actually one time when I was coming up with this invention to lift the toilet seat up for men when they pee. My brother Stevie K was there. My wife, hi baby girl, I love you. My brother Stevie K, my boy Ed out there, one of the subs, Michael O'Hare, Jason Gilbert, all you got, Jose Gonzalez, all you guys, man, Joaquin, everybody who watches my channel or our channel. I don't like to say me or my, unless I screw up, right? Like that incident the other day, which was not yesterday's Friday, so Wednesday. That was my fault. But if I say that we're redoing my mom's, which I call my mother-in-law my mom, because she is like a mother to me. Hi. I love you. So, you know, it's just something that when I'm doing something, I say my. If it's, even though there's only me involved, and it's not like I have some sort of, well, sometimes I think I have an alter ego. Like Kurt doesn't like to do that, or Dirty doesn't like to do that. My nickname's Dirty, and it's not because of hygiene. As you can see, my rig is clean. My bunk's always made. My wife says I'm very clean. But anyways, so I was encouraged to take or remove those comments. Like I said, I didn't have to do those videos. It's not, I mean, I could post my videos on Bonehead Truckers. I mean, it was not my proudest moment. I will tell you that. It was not my proudest moment. And I can't believe that those guys said such mean things about the chain. Shut your ass up. I do things the way that I do. And trust me, it had nothing to do with the straps. I had 5,500 pound straps. There were other trucks going out of there with straps. Is chaining the proper way to do it? Absolutely. Absolutely, chaining is definitely the proper way to do it. That's what they told me to do, so that's what I did. And I know people, oh, you're the driver. So, you know, the truckers I make fun of, which now I'm making fun of myself. I've never had anything like that happen before. I actually was cited a $90 citation from Highway Patrol, and the guy Mike Merritt, super great patrol officer, nice guy. He was just like, man, and if it wasn't for my witness, you would have probably thought I went screaming into that roundabout. But obviously I have a witness. And when Mike Merritt came up to me, the patrol officer, he was just like, he's like, man, I hate to really give you this during this time. He said, but I have a boss too, you know, so, and, you know, technically the load is laying on a Wyoming road. I said, man, Mike, I said, that's my fault, man. I mean, regardless, and like, I'm a man, I own up to what I do. And do I have next day regrets? Fuck yeah, I got next day regrets. So anyways, at the end of the day, thank God, no, and I can smile about it now, because at the end of the day, nobody was hurt, no property was damaged, the load wasn't damaged because those beams were going to a recycle place in Denver. So the only thing that was damaged was my pride, my ego, my reputation, and my trailer. So, and a couple things to my tractor, but that's why we have insurance, right? If you guys are looking for an insurance company, you might want to go to Great West Casualty, because they're located in Nebraska, I think, their main office. I get calls from Omaha, Nebraska, and Sioux City, so I'm not really sure which is their office, but anyways, if you want a really good insurance company, contact those guys. They're like the Rolls Royce of insurance companies. So they've been spot on right now. They've been on the ball. They've called me multiple times. You know, they want to make sure nobody was hurt, so on and so on. So you know, it's when you get and in the comments, there was, I don't know, 5-6 fucking super truckers in there. Talking about my dunnage, which, whatever. Talking about you should have chained it, never use straps, blah, blah, blah. And then when I responded to them, oh, you're a liability, trust me, you have no fucking idea who I am. You have no idea who I am. And you have no idea how serious I take this job. It's actually not even a job to me. It's a career. If I go back and change it, fuck yeah. But once again, I did not have to post those videos. I could have made them private for my insurance company. However, when I do videos, I do the good and the bad. You can go back in my videos. You can see what I've gone through on the road or whatever the case is, or at the shop or whatever. I'm a transparent person. Did I not think I was going to get some haters on there? Of course. That's just a gimme, especially with the trucking industry. And this one guy comes on and because after I responded to, his initial comment was something like, I think his screen name or whatever, username is like Imagine something or other. Imagine me not fucking talking to you. How about that one, Imagine? So, he was like, I've been doing this 40 years and blah, 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 and this and that. Just like I always say, like, truckers want to give you their fucking resume, man. They want to give you their fucking resume no matter what. Hey, you got the time, sir? I've been doing this shit for 85 fucking years. Dude, whatever. And then, so, I don't know, maybe an hour later, maybe it could have been minutes. I don't know. Another guy comes on. I got 50 years. Here we go. Fucking one-uppers, man. One fucking uppers. That's exactly what truck drivers are. They're one-uppers. And these guys, so I told the guy, I said, listen, man, I didn't have to post those videos. But I've never, my wife says I'm harder on me than I am on anybody else possibly. And she's right about that. I am very, very hard on myself. But I'm also a realist. If I feel like I've done something very stupid, yeah, then I'm a realist. I don't think that what happened on Wednesday I don't think that was a stupid decision at all. If I could go back and change it, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, it's a ding on my reputation, my ego, and my confidence. And I wouldn't say my confidence. It's interesting how, and when I told them that, of course, I have no response to that. They have no response to that. They have no response to that by not even saying, oh, yeah, that's true. So it was all, and I had supportive comments in there too, which I'm very, very grateful. Thank you. And I responded to the one guy. I'm like, instead of, belittling or berating other people in the industry, why don't you show some compassion, right? Like, and this is one of the biggest thing. And my stepfather was a fucking animal to me. He would punch me like a man. But I also have him to thank because there would have been no drill sergeant, no black hat in the Army. I went to jump school, blah, blah. No drill sergeant or black hat could have been as evil as Bob Dufay. Anyway, so I have him to thank because I was able to go through the military and I was a good paratrooper. So Jason Gilbert and my wife can tell you. I mean, I had a parachute malfunction and everything. So but all that aside, it's not like, hey, Kurt, nice job, good for you, buddy, pat on the back, good for you. Scruffy this morning. So what was I getting to there? Anyways, I forgot what the hell, I as I get older, I just do that. Maybe I have like ADHD or everybody has something now. Everybody's diagnosed with this or that, or, how about I'm just a dumbass, right? I mean, I can't retain information. So, as far as I own what I do. Okay, I own what I do. And I'm trying to still remember why the hell I brought Bob Dufay up into this damn thing. But anyways, my wife says I'm super hard on myself, and I know what it was. So when I mentioned about the belittling and the berating and show some compassion, my stepfather Bob, so I would go on, because he was a contractor, I'd be up on ladders and scaffolding, and he was a siding. Back then it was aluminum siding, but they also had vinyl siding, a siding, window, trim, gutter guy, and then he would do some other construction stuff. So I was his monkey, it's like, get to work, monkey. And so I'd be out there picking up, shingles that they tore off the roof, or scraps, or, climbing up on the ladder, standing on a scaffold. I mean, we're only talking like a 12-inch scaffold width, by like, 20 feet, 25 feet. Excuse me. So anyways, and I was like 15 years old, right? And if I was hammering something, or if I, got a sliver in my hand, or I'd be like, jump out. And he'd be like, "Oh, did it hurt?" And be like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, that's fun." And he'd start laughing. He'd be like, "I didn't feel a thing." And it's his generation, right? Well, I don't know if it's about his generation, but it was him as a kind of person he was, or is. I think he's still alive. So people that say that when you hurt yourself, they're like, "Did it hurt?" Ha 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 ha! I didn't feel a thing. That's people that leave comments like that in the comments section. And I'm okay. I got thick skin, man. I got complete thick skin. It validates my point that truckers, and I wouldn't say a majority of them, but there are enough. And if you're not one of those people, I do not mean to offend you. I got a call coming in, which I do not want to take. Anyways, it just, like I said, it validates. It proves a point that truckers out here, especially the super truckers, that have never in their entire life, I mean, never, with a capital Never, never has ever done anything wrong in their entire life. They got the fastest trucks. They got the best truck. They got the most powerful truck. They've been doing it the most years. They have the most miles. They have the safest driving record. They have I didn't. I mean, like I said, so when the officer Merritt issued me the citation, he was just like, I got to do this, and I get it. But he said it's not on your CDL. It's kind of like a violation, like disorderly conduct or jaywalking. So anyways, so thank God. And everybody there was super, super kind, from Ron's Towing. I mean, the troopers, the sheriffs, deputies, Scott, the witness. I mean, there was just a lot of, I'm very blessed at the end of the day. Especially that nobody got hurt, because that, God, you wouldn't be able to live with that. At least I wouldn't be able to live with that. So as bad as it happened, I'm actually fortunate and blessed that it did happen there and not, on an interstate and, crushing somebody in their car, So, and I think a lot of it was the broken 4x4 that the guy put on the back, because I won't get into detail, obviously, but because you guys saw everything, so I don't really need to reiterate. And they stacked me 6 high instead of 3 high, 2 wide. They couldn't, because there was like this angle beam or whatever that stuck out on a 45 in the front and the back. So the guy's like, "Oh man, I won't be able to load you, side by side with these ones." He said everybody else we were able to do 2 and then dunnage, and then 2 and then dunnage, and then 3, or another, or 3, so a total of 6. So anyways, these guys say, "Oh, you can only use chains on metal products," and that's not true, because I've hauled plenty of metal finished product. If you're hauling piping material for the oil fields, you cannot chain that pipe. You cannot. You have to strap it. And I had belly straps on it. If you don't know what belly straps is, basically they put 2 units on you, right? And then you throw a couple straps, 2 or 3 straps, and then dunnage, and then they layer it again. So it's like in the middle of your abdomen, right? So that's why it's called belly straps. So those were all belly strapped. I did absolutely nothing wrong, in my defense, right? But I fucked up. I mean, I didn't go through, and I have to get my ELD or my motive report, because I talked to them yesterday. And they said, yeah, you had no excessive speed, no abrupt braking, no, like erratic driving or whatever. I guess your ELD and your truck computer can verify that. So, and that's why it was such a shock to me, right? And like I said, I'm not mad at the people that left some shitty comments, whatever. I mean, I'm not that guy, right? I have turned my life around significantly. My wife tells me all the time, and I'm a very positive person. Like I tell people all the time, if you cannot find a positive out of a negative, you're not looking hard enough. There's always a positive from a negative situation. There always is. You just have to dig for it. You have to look for it and search sometimes for a very long time before you find out what the positivity in that negative is. So, these guys that, like I said, I have thick skin. And I'm going to call this video, next day regrets, right? Because nobody wants that. Oh, I mean, actually, I wouldn't say nobody wants that. There are some people that really enjoy other people's misery. That's why the old saying comes, misery enjoys company. If you're ever around a negative person and they just affect you in the worst way, right, Dave? Right, Stevie? What's up, brother? It can eat at you because it is a cancer. So when the person that encouraged me to take the comments down, made a lot of sense. He said, you're gonna see that forever if you don't, and I'm like, well, it's not that I don't want to be reminded of it, because every day we learn something new. I'm pretty sure we do. They say that the human brain has thousands, it's a fact, look it up, thousands of thoughts every day. Thousands of thoughts every day. I mean, that's crazy, right? So that this is going to stick with me forever, just like I remember my first oversized load, 14 foot wide. I mean, I remember a lot when it comes to this career. And, I don't know if they know that they're that way as far as like being a cancer or always negativity. Well, don't say always and never, right, Jason Gilbert? It's these super truckers out here that, like I said, they've absolutely done nothing wrong in their entire life. They are absolutely 100% perfect. And I've seen these guys at truck stops. Got really, really nice, super, super nice trucks, whatever the case is. And they get out and they look like dog shit. Absolute fucking white dog shit. And it's like, and black dog shit, right? And brown dog shit. So it's not uncommon to see and hear those guys on the CB talking about how everybody else is an idiot, how the foreigners are taking all the freight, how and these are the same guys. I'll put I can't guarantee it, but I'll put a large bet in Vegas. I will put a large bet on this, that these are the guys that were all talking shit when we were on paper logs and the feds made us do a mandatory half-hour break within 8 hours of the start of our day. And these guys were like, you can't tell me when I'm taking a break, and you can't tell. I've been doing this for 85 fucking years, and you guys can't tell me when I need a break. I know what I need a break, and if that's gonna come and go, and this and that, and yeah, well, we had to go to the 8 hour break or the half-hour break at 8 hours, and they all still stayed in their trucks. Same thing with the ELD. They go, you can't force me to do ELD. And I saw this one video a few years back. State trooper pulled over this driver, black dude. Excuse me. And he said, so yeah, sir. He said, can I see your ELD? And the guy said, oh, I don't have an ELD. And the guy's like, and the trooper's like, excuse me? He's like, I don't have an ELD. I'm an ELD outlaw. Swear to God. And so these same knuckleheads that were talking shit about, if they make us go to ELDs, I'm retired. I'm hanging up my keys. And yeah, I still see those trucks out there. And now they're complaining again about the foreigners taking their freight. And, you know, this, and that. And it's just constant negativity. It's not anything positive where they say, well, you know, maybe it's good that we do have a half-hour break, which I've already done an ELD video on how you can keep driving through your half-hour break, and I've gotten thousands of views on it. So all you got to do is pull over, you know, unplug your ELD, and well, first you got to set your brake, go into, you know, sleeper berth or whatever for your brake, unplug your ELD, push your brake back in and go down the road and go, you know, 35, 40 minutes or 35 or 40 miles, and then just plug your ELD back in and it'll log where you're driving to right there. So, and I do that because, well, I don't do that, I'm sorry, but my simulator would do that, and basically, because if you're doing 65 miles an hour to save fuel and be safe, you're going to make it up on the back end. So all that aside, I do these videos to help people. I love helping people. I love talking to people. Even if you're a negative person, I still pray for you. I truly do. I do. I love all people, even the Kurt haters. I'm okay with that. Like I said, there's two different types of people in my life, right? So, but yeah, I felt the need to come out and do a video on this. Again, I'm not proud of it. And I really, at the end of the day, don't need to explain to anybody except myself and God, and my wife, I guess. So, but yeah. So, anyways, it like I said, it was just the person told me, you know, hey man, you're going to be seeing that forever because I get notifications every time somebody leaves a comment. So, you know, I really wasn't going to do it, but like I said, it made sense, or it makes sense. So anyways, but if you do want to call and talk shit to me, I'd rather have you do that than leave a comment, a shitty comment, but if you really are about it, nigga, that's it, then all you got to do is call me at 414-477-7845. Again, that's 414-477-7845. And these people, these drivers that are leaving, you know, their opinion, and everybody's entitled to it. You know, that just it really doesn't affect me. It really just shows how bitter and vile a person can be, and how they absolutely think that they are perfect. Will I make a mistake tomorrow? Hell yeah, I'll make a mistake tomorrow. I'll make one next month, next week. It's coming. It's inevitable, right? And you know, again, I'm very fortunate that it turned out the way it did, and it's in God's hands, and that's all I can say. So, anyways, I just figure I'd come back and talk about the haters. So, anyways, please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.